Good morning, folks. How's it going? It's up before the crack of dawn, pretty much. It's still early, just before 7 o'clock. I've come over to, or back to Okinawa Island, which is the place that I came to recently to do some beach combing and some driftwood collection. But on that trip when I was here, I saw in the ocean a really nice kind of perch that was sticking up, an old tree or just an old piece of vegetation. But perched on that were four great egret. So what I'm doing this morning, I've come out with a longer lens. I've got the Tamron 150 to 600, and very close to where that perch is, there's some dead trees in there on the beach. So what I'm going to try and do is to get in amongst those dead trees, try and hide myself as much as possible, because if there are birds there when I get there, then no doubt they're going to get spooked and bug out, and then I'll just have to wait until they return. So if there's none there when we get there, even better, because it might not be too long before they return, if they return. It might just be an exercise in waiting, but I wouldn't prefer to be able to wait anywhere else. Got the sounds of nature all around. We're going to be right next to the ocean, and although it's not direct sunlight, it's great. The light's beautiful, and life is good. So yeah, let's make our way to the ocean and see what conditions await. Well, the sun's just come up over here, so we'll try and get into position. And oh, there's a couple of egrets right there actually. I think the GoPro field of view might be a little bit too wide, but just over here there's a rock in the ocean, or a piece of rock sticking up, and there's three egrets sat on top of that. So if they don't get too spooked when I get a little bit closer, because I've got to walk past there anyway, then I'll whip out the camera and see if I can get a couple of shots. Well, just as I said that, they decided to fly away. But beautiful light behind me there, really nice early morning light. I live over on the west coast, so we get loads of sunsets, but hardly ever do I get out to see the sunrise. And it's just seeing this beautiful light reminds me what a magical time of the day it is. Unfortunately, in this particular location, there's way too much trash on the beach here. It's very exposed, the eastern coastline, which is where a lot of the currents bring the trash. So that's not one of the best points about today. But other than that, we're in this beautiful location. Got the beautiful sunrise behind us. Life is good. Hopefully we'll get some nice pictures as well. It's always so easy to get a little bit, I guess, with regards to the state of what we're doing to our planet. I mean, on a beautiful beach and a beautiful island like this, and there's just trash everywhere. It's a sad state of affairs for sure. Just Now our perch is just out in the water here, but I've got this fantastic fallen tree here, okay, which is going to act, all of the root system here is going to act like a nice little hide almost, and the target is just over here in the sand, you can see, and with the lens at 600 millimeters, it should be a really nice easy reach for the lens. So I'm going to get settled in and see if I can make a nice window, maybe collect some other bits and pieces of vegetation just to push out a bit the hide here, so I can find a nice comfortable place to have a space. All right, cool beans. Well, I've decided on my position. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I am. I'm sitting, I'm in amongst all of the roots of of that fallen tree that I just showed you, and now it's just a waiting game. The tide is on the way in, very slowly, the water's coming up, and the light is increasing. All I need to do is just bust out the camera and sit here and wait. Now, a lot of wildlife photography is just that, waiting. So it's just a matter of hoping that you've made the sacrifice of sleep and you've got up early enough to get out, and you've rolled your dice and you're just waiting for them to land. So hopefully it won't be too long and we might have some luck. Only time will tell. Sadly, we didn't really, I waited for about 3-4 hours, 3.5 hours, and nothing came along. So what I'm going to do is just going to get my gear on, going to walk along the beach and see if we can find anything else wildlife wise or just image wise that we can snag, and then come back along here probably in about half an hour, see if anything has actually occupied the perch. But yeah, not a dead day, still we can wait and see what we can find. So let's take a stroll. Sadly, we didn't get too much on the beach there. Decided we're going to just take a look around the island and maybe even go a little bit further afield. I want to at least come out away from today's trek with something image wise, and hopefully of the avian variety, but we'll see. There's a couple of places around here that we can go and check out. The first of which is another small island called Hamahiga, which is also a place where I do a lot of astrophotography. One of the nicest places in the south. Just wanted to show you this massive banyan tree that I have to pass under. Pretty impressive. I came over to Hamahiga Island just to take a look around, see what I could find. It's a beautiful place, one of my wife's favourite actually. Now on the way over here I did actually manage to stop and see some cormorants. There's a lot of cormorants around at the moment, and found a whole bunch of those, so a couple of images to follow. I said I was looking for birds and I found a couple. Check these guys out. A few wild encounters. Here I am, this is on the island of Ike, and in stark contrast to the rest of the places I've been today, this is obviously very wide open farmland. They've actually just farmed all of this now. This is all sugar cane, you can see some over in the distance there, all around. So lots of different fields are being harvested at the moment, but this place is famous for the sugarcane, and with the farming of the sugarcane, a lot of the rodents are being displaced, and so you will get quite a few of the Japanese sparrowhawks around. I've seen a few flying around over the fields, and also some calling from the trees. A little bit skittish. As soon as you try to get close to them, they kind of like take off. But yeah, beautiful animal nonetheless. So I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll leave you with a little slideshow of the critters that I found today, and no real goal other than trying to get the egrets this morning, but just turned into a nice wild trip. It's been a while, and nice to get out and about. Take care, folks. All the best. Stay healthy, happy, sane, and everything else, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye bye.